Wow, okay. Um, I have not played this game, at least in consistent fashion, since early 2023, maybe late 2022. Obviously, I've played it since then, even somewhat recently. There was a big gap. I quit early 2024, and then I I didn't start playing again until a couple weeks ago. Um, I have time to kill, so I've decided to hop on this game lately just to see what it's like, and it's not that much different, really. I mean, what would you expect? Obviously, not my ideal use of time, but I'm trying to relive the glory days because, Father Time's catching up to me. Me and LeBron have a similar amount of years left in the game. Um, that spin was horrible. Ignore that. But I'm trying to relive, just the glory days of this game, which were probably like pre 2020. No, 2020 was pretty good too. Nice. I mean, I started playing this game back in 2017, pretty late 2017, so I was 8 years old, and now I'm 17, so it's been over half my life that this game has been part of me, which for better or for worse, this game is definitely questionable at times. That looks okay. Um, yeah, so this game's been a part of my life since I was 8, and I think this will probably, hopefully, will be one of my last times playing it. Not that this game is in a bad state or anything. I just think it's time to like move on. I've outgrown this game. At least I hope so. It has been it has been so long. Hold on. That still pisses me off. It just does. Foot fungus lasagna eat. I don't remember exactly how I found this game. I either found it like on the just a Roblox for you page, or I found it through Paradox Poke. I remember watching his videos right around the time I started playing the game. I don't know if there was a. I know one caused the other. I don't know exactly what order they were in. What the? Okay, I'm not gonna even question what's going on with that. I do really appreciate this game in hindsight, especially the clipping community, even though that could have been a little rocky at times. Um, I mean, obviously, I was like a 10-year-old when I like was like full-fledged like in the clipping community for the first time, and when I like was in like Corba. Holy crap, Corba is a pull of the century. But it's I don't mind it. In hindsight, I needed it. I, you know, am an only child, so I don't really I never had like an older brother to like keep me in check. So in hindsight, I just remember it being extremely obnoxious, and I think one of the only reasons that I am not as obnoxious presently is because I was in I was playing this game as a 10-year-old with I don't know people who are my age now, which is kind of crazy to think about. I have not hit a single shot this entire time, and it's kind of embarrassing. Like I know I'm washed, but like at least let me show glimpses. Oh my god, I said the thing. Oh. Oh. Okay, dude, don't even get me started there. Okay, cool. Okay, hold on. I'm about to hit. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm using this. I'm using an AR. On what did they? I haven't looked at the SFG since I started playing again. I've just been spamming the NTW, trying to hit stuff. Uh, what did they do to the scope? I don't even want to know. Hello. Dang. Yeah, but I need to. Do you see that aim? Look at the fade. You got that, bro. He did not have that. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh. Yeah. I've kind of ran out of talking points already. I had so many things in my head that I wanted to say, and now I'm kind of like, I heard someone. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think of people who I was chill with during my time playing the game. Oh, yeah, no, okay, Guardian. Go Guardian, Paradox Guardian, whoever you want to call him. Most obvious one. He's the reason I actually got into the con in the first place. Pardon my remix. Ah! Back on track to what I was saying. After Guardian, there was X Awesome. I think that was like the next like clipper that I even added on like Discord or whatever. I can't remember what thing we used. Yeah, I think it was Discord. I don't think I've talked to that dude in like 5 years, probably 6. I think there's only one other person that I can like really think about in this situation. I think it's Vortex, who I also haven't spoken to in like a year. But again, I quit in like 2024, so that makes total sense. Good job, teammate. That dude is not happy with me. What hurts to see is that this game isn't even in a isn't even a bad state. As far as this game goes, this is probably one of the best states it's ever been in gameplay wise. Although the player base which has been a consistent source of the problem for a while, is obviously not helping this game's case. Not to like victim blame, and yeah, no, I do think that if this game ever wants to become popular again, it's gonna have to like completely shed its dev team. Like they're gonna have to give up control. That's just a fact. Like there is no saving this game completely and reviving it to what it once was with this dev team. Like, and not like it has 4,000 players or something like that currently. That's pretty good. That dude is completely just shooting at hopes and prayers, and he's getting rewarded by this game's wonderful balancing system. I don't even just insult Stylus for the obvious thing of, oh, you know, they protected pedophiles, because that's obviously horrible. They've just been horrible regardless of that issue or not. That incident, or that collection of incidents, was really just like people finally like hitting their breaking point with Stylus, because the things that caused Stylus to do that were things that were like said about them for years, but no one really took them seriously because they have a bunch of glazers over there. Nobody likes Stylus, really. Nobody who, you know, has a brain. Nobody really has liked Stylus for a long time. I don't know. Stylus had just completely lost touch with their fan base. It was unfortunate. It's unfortunate because this game would have stayed in its prime if Stylus weren't completely negligent to like what the people wanted. I think one of the only times that I can remember that Stylus, actually no, scratch that. I can remember a couple times where Stylus like kind of like took fan input. I remember them voting on what gun that people wanted added to the game, and I think that that was for the F2 300 or whatever. And then I remember they like responded to some tweet that prompted them to add the straight pole bolt thing. Those are the only 2 incidents I can like honestly remember, and like I would blame my memory being foggy, but I also remember myself thinking about how negligent they were even back then. Stop. Yeah, so like I said, Silas has been just generally like out of touch for forever. I mean, I'm sure there's countless rant videos still up from like 2017 from Poke, like 2019 from God Says. I remember watching them. Uh, I just remember Silas being very clear that like they weren't going to add what the people wanted, they were going to add what they wanted, which, you know, explains a lot about how the direction this game's gone in. Like with just generally the pacing of this game, you know, spawns are kind of intentionally like forcing you into horrible situations just in the hopes that they can you know, rack things up. They neglected, like there was for a little bit there was something going on with like movement where people were like making like movement stuff and like movement montages, and I think it's like the first bit of new life this game had seen in so long. And I, I don't even know what to follow that up with. That was the first bit of new life this game had seen in years, and the dev's response was to just nerf the movement, which I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't make that decision. I wouldn't even have thought about it actually, which tells you where their head's at, or where it's not. See, that's another thing that they've done over the years is just make a bunch of unnecessary like cosmetic changes to the game. Like, I think some of this game's most iconic models have been completely just flushed out by Stylus, which like is like them revamping models is not a big deal. Like they could add like classic skins like Bad Business does it, which would be such a slam dunk of a thing. But I mean, and then I can say the obvious about them just like kind of like targeting and trying to like kill clipping intentionally. I mean, there's so much evidence of that over the years. Like, I it's crazy to think about. Like, oh, my tack's leaving. Oh shoot, the table's leaving. Across the entire map. I am not in. Ballista? Isn't that a modded Phantom Forces? How am I top fragging? That was a crazy voice crack. That actually, I feel like a actual like genius right now for doing that. Yeah, I really don't know what note to end this on, because not that. That was horrible. I don't want to kick Edgegoon. Edgegoon would never do that. I do think that's one thing that Silas is not at fault for. Like, the player base for this game just tries so hard now. I remember 2017 where, like, being bad and playing it, like, being horrible at this game and playing it was still, like, a decent experience because pretty much everyone was just playing casually. It's just, now everyone's, like, hyper-trained, like, oh, I've been playing this game since I was an infant, like chess prodigy. This game is just one of those things where like you really you need to play it all the time if you want to be good. Like that dude right there. Another option is just like a Phantom Forces 2, like unofficially though. Like official would be okay. I would prefer like an unofficial, like someone legitimately just makes like. It wouldn't be titled Phantom Forces 2 obviously because you get like obliterated. I have this set up equipped for some reason. 98 kills. I was so close to 100, man. That would have been a really good way to end that. Yeah, that's probably wraps. Finally.
I just been geeked up, bitch.